Hey guys, what's going on? How's everybody in the vinyl community doing today? Happy Friday. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. Friday night. Cheers. Salute. Oh man, that's good right there. Uh, Got me some Jägermeister. Start off the day. So, hope you guys all had a great week. Everything's going well for you all. This week, haven't had much time to really listen to a whole lot of music. I had this whole plan of the show I was going to do, and I had this whole idea, and I listened to a couple records, and then things happened or whatever. So, gonna kind of change it up a little bit. Um, First thing is, I heard a joke. I want you guys to hear it. You guys might appreciate this. So, a friend of mine said, "Hey, meet me at the record store. Be there in 45." I got there in 33. Record time. Get it? Record time. All right, there we go. So I'm going to talk about. There's a thread going on right now by our friend out there, Chris Profi. I don't know if you know Chris or not, but he's musically obsessed, and he started the thread about 5 songs with rain in them, about rain, because it's been raining. And I thought, well, hell, that's a good thread, because where I'm at here in Tennessee, it's been raining every day for basically like the last 2 weeks. So that's why he did it too. I guess he's from New York. And so it's been raining up there for a whole lot. So he wanted to do this thing about rain and hopefully kind of break the rain curse. So I'm hoping the thing will do the same thing for me here in Clarksville. So, but first I want to talk about, I picked up a couple of records this week, so I'm going to talk about just a few pickups I have. I ordered my first Amazon record. First time I've ever ordered from Amazon. I've heard stories, good and bad, so I've always been kind of leery. And then I was just kind of perusing through Amazon, looking at records, saying, okay, I'm going to pull the trigger and get it done. So I picked this up, Testament and the Legacy, debut album from Testament. It's pretty killer. It came from Amazon in like 2 days, no shipping. It was $32, I think it was $34. So pretty good deal. It's actually a really good record. I enjoy this album a lot. I always have, but I've never had it on vinyl before. Although the pressing could have been better. And if you go online and start hearing about this record, you'll see it's kind of like they blew up their digital format and didn't really fix it for large formatting, so it looks a little blurry or whatever. It is an official press. If you can read that, limited to 3,000. It's cool looking. If anything else, it's got a nice little inner sleeve with lyrics on it, and it's this cool purple yellow splatter. So it looks awesome. But yeah, the outer packaging, the outer picture could have been better. But overall, it sounds great. I think the record looks really cool. It's got a great track listing. I mean, it's got Over the Wall and The Haunting and Burnt Offerings and so on and so forth on here. First Strike is Deadly, Do or Die, Apocalyptic City. If you're a Testament fan, you should love this record. I don't have a whole lot of Testament in my collection because it's been hard to find, but they are repressing a lot of stuff. So I'm looking forward to getting more of it. The second one after that came from Amazon. I ordered another one from Amazon a couple days later because I knew this was repressed, but I've been having a hard time finding it out in the wild. So I ordered this, and this came in like a day, like a day and a half or whatever. No problems. Slayer, Decade of Aggression live. This is killer. This is a killer live record. It's got all that early stuff. This goes all the way up to Seasons in the Abyss, so it's everything off of the first 5 albums. It's got a pretty cool playlist. It sounds really good for a live album. Always has. I had it on cassette way back in, when this album came out. I think it was 91. I had it in cassette. The same thing with that, though, that repress. There's nothing in the packaging at all. It's just, it's a cool looking record. It's got, but it's not a gatefold. It's a double vinyl, but it's not a gatefold. So this is pretty much it. There's no inserts. There's no, I remember the cassette having like a little booklet in it and everything else, but it still sounds awesome. It's really cool. And then yesterday, my kid got his first paycheck from his new job he's had for about 3 weeks or whatever. And he stopped at the record store on the way home, and he came home with this. This is the newest In Flames album from 2023. Strictly limited edition, glow in the dark, it says. We listened to it last night. It's actually really good. It's a really good record if you're an In Flames fan. This says it's glow in the dark. Of course, I haven't seen it dark yet to see how it really glows. When we were trying, my kid's like, I turned the lights off, but it's not quite totally dark in here, so maybe I'll check it out later. Sounds really good. It's got a cool little booklet in with it, too. Let's see where he put that at. So it's got the front cover of the album on it. And then it's got lyrics. And then the back is essentially a continuation of that. It sounds really good. This is a really good record. Hell, you think I can remember the name of it, though? Not really. I don't remember what the hell the name of this album is. It's not called In Flames. I want to say it was Desolation or something like that. Really good record, though. So that was added to the collection. That's one of my kids. He picked that up, like I said, yesterday at the record store. So that's all I've picked up in the last, 2 weeks or so. Actually, I picked up something else, but we're not going to talk about that right now. So let's go on to Chris Prophy's thread of 5 albums with songs about rain or whatever. So my first one's going to go pretty obvious. Eurythmics. Touch by the Eurythmics. This one has Here Comes the Rain Again. This is a really good record I just picked up a few months back. Since then, I've bought another Eurythmics album. But I really like this record. This is a really good record. So Here Comes the Rain Again by the Eurythmics. 5 songs about rain. Second one, fairly obvious also. Purple Rain by Prince and the Revolution. I just talked about this record the other day, a couple episodes ago, 1984, if I remember correctly. So Purple Rain and the song Purple Rain. So another song about rain, another album about rain. So this one, I'm kind of cheating a little bit. I was looking through, I was thinking, I can come up with some other things or whatever, but I went right with this. Dio, Holy Diver, Rainbow in the Dark. I guess it's got the word rain in it, right? Thought about pulling out some other stuff, but Rainbow in the Dark. Why not, right? Most of us who listen to hard rock and metal, we all know who Dio is. We love this record. To me, this is probably the greatest thing Dio ever did. Maybe some of those Sabbath albums, Mob Rules and, Heaven and Hell are pretty good records. So, but this has a solo band, or is his solo band. Great album, Rainbow in the Dark. Third song about rain. Slayer, Rain and Blood, number 4. The song, Raining Blood. What can you say about Slayer's Rain and Blood or the song Raining Blood? Quite possibly the greatest thrash album of all time. That's all there is to it. And Raining Blood from the Lacerated Sky. So there we go. So number 4 of 5 albums that have songs about rain in them. Raining Blood. And finally, I'm going to go, I bet you can't guess which band this is going to be. I don't know if you can or not. Let's see who it is. Oh no, it's Kiss. Carnival of Souls. Second song, side 1, is called Rain. A lot of people who aren't hardcore Kiss fans don't really know of this album very well. This album was released after they put the makeup back on and went on their tour, and they put out Psycho Circus, and then this album was released afterwards. Is the final sessions, as it says. It's the last album with Bruce Kulick on it. And the last album without makeup. And this is a really good album. This is Kiss's grunge experiment, I guess you'd say. It's got really kind of a grungy sound to it. They were playing what was being popular at the time, which Kiss has always done. The song Rain is a cool song. Not the best song on the record, of course, but it is a song called Rain, and this is 5 songs about rain. So there we go. My kid loves this record. This is his favorite Kiss album because it doesn't sound like the poppy rock Kiss stuff. He likes this one and he likes Revenge basically because he's really into metal. So that's it for Chris Propey's thread. I'll put a link on to his thread down below so you can click on that if you haven't seen that. And I think Physical Format Rock and Roll is where I first saw it. He did it, and then he mentioned Chris Propey, so I went there. But I'll put from Chris Propey, Musically Obsessed, I'll put that link down below. So there we go. 5 songs about rain and 3 albums that I happened to pick up. And my first Amazon orders was a success, so I'll probably be ordering again. But, I don't like to order from Amazon a whole lot. That's the first time I've ordered records. And in my head, I'm like, well, you've got a record store. So go to the record store or buy from an independent buyer. But sometimes, it's simple. It's easy. They're well packaged. They were well packaged. And my first one came inside the shipping box, the records come in. And that was inside of another box of bubble wrap. So they wrapped it up really well. Came all by itself. So can't complain with that, paying for shipping anyway. But also, say what you want about Amazon compared to your local independent record store. Buy your independent if you can. But I knew my local record store was never going to get a copy of that Testament album, or, they would if I go ask them to get it. But, I might as well just order it anyway. So, all right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Sorry about the glowing head up here. I usually have like a light diffuser over here, but my wife's out doing something and she has her camera and diffuser so she can take photos. And I wasn't able to set up the thing to block the harsh light that comes in here. So, all right. Well, I hope you guys all have a great weekend. I hope Friday and Saturday and Sunday treat you well. I'll see you next weekend. Take another little happy shot here. My cool little Gene Simmons shot glass. I used to have all 4 of them. This is the only one that's left out of the original 4 solo album shot glasses I have. So, all right. Cheers all. I love you guys, Vinyl Community. You guys are all killing it out there. I hope you guys are all having a great week and a great weekend. And I'll talk to you next weekend. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.